I was recently asked to make a video about grinding as a method of playing with a partner or with a date. And I'm happy to jump on the challenge because I find grinding a very underappreciated way of stimulation. So if you're ready to explore all the best positions, important insights and fun information about grinding, keep watching. My name is Helena Nista and I am your favorite sexologist online. And this is the place where I answer all of your questions about sex. So let's start with the basics. What is grinding? It's a sexual activity where you rub your own genitals against your partner's body or their genital area in order to create pleasure and arousal. It's also known as dry humping, dry sex, intercourse, or frottage. The last one basically means rubbing in French. And the activity can provide both partners with lovely friction on the penis for the men and on the clitoris for the women. Grinding with clothes on is a great way to experience sexual pleasure without any risk of pregnancy or STIs. However, you do need to be aware here that doing it with only underwear on can still carry these risks because the clothing can move out of place or the fluids can seep through the fabric. Grinding is also a wonderful way to create pleasurable stimulation that can act as foreplay or as a complete act in itself if you're not going to take things further. Grinding can be performed together with a partner or with a lover, where it typically becomes a part of foreplay before we get to remove our clothes. But you can also grind solo against an object like a toy, a pillow, your bed, or anything else that you find suitable. This can be a part of your masturbation experience when you're alone, or you can have your partner watching you or grinding against something else at the same time. And if you ask me, all sound like wonderful options. So now that we have the basics covered, let's talk about making your grinding experiences even better. Grinding is a fantastic method of teasing yourself and your partner without providing that instant gratification of an intercourse. And this is where its power really lies for me. I think that we can really easily forget the fun and power of a good teasing session once we're in a relationship and we can get naked together whenever we like. But how about we don't do that? How about we consciously choose to stay clothed during adult playtime from time to time? There is still touch, contact, and friction. We can still derive immense pleasure and stimulation from it, but without going all the way, without getting what we're truly craving, without going inside. That delaying of instant gratification can deeply intensify our pleasure and our satisfaction when we finally do have penetrative sex. Different positions work for different people, and there isn't just one best way to do this. Missionary can be really good here, allowing the man to rub himself against his partner's clitoris and vulva, providing both of them with arousing stimulation. Straddling your partner or an object can also work perfectly well, particularly if the woman is doing the straddling. This will allow her to better control the speed and the intensity of the experience. You can also lie on your sides, facing each other, and intertwining your legs in order to allow for that contact between your genital areas. But you can also grind from behind, spooning your partner, or in a doggy style. As a matter of fact, you can grind in any sexual position that you like, and that works for both of you. Whenever you're anticipating a grinding session, make sure to pay attention to your clothing. If you're wearing fabrics that are quite thick, like jeans, they can have a numbing effect and you might need to grind more vigorously. And if your partner's clothes are quite thin, this can cause her more discomfort than pleasure. So wearing something thinner can be a good option here. And definitely be careful with zips, belts, buttons, and any other solid items that can hurt your lover. Even though grinding can be in itself a great foreplay option, your genitals and hairs will thank you for a bit of a warm-up first. Start with kissing and gentle strokes before you bring your genitals together. And once you do, remember that the pleasure you both derive from grinding can be intensified by touching each other's bodies and by kissing. Particularly if you're grinding face to face, you can incorporate a lot more intimacy into this act by looking into each other's eyes, by stroking their face and neck, by kissing them gently or passionately. Allow your hands and lips to venture all over the body parts that you can reach. Maybe even ask your partner to do the same for you. And while you will typically keep your clothes on your genital area during grinding, you can remove your tops for more of a skin-on-skin contact. So there is this big focus on dry humping being this sort of juvenile activity performed only by teenagers who are too young for penetrative sex. And that once you're older and in a relationship, you shouldn't do this anymore. But I disagree. Grinding is not a lesser sexual activity, and it's no less valid than opting for penetration. Because it doesn't take us all the way to intercourse, the pleasure and connection can happen on a more subtle or energetic level. In that way, grinding is a lot less extreme, and so it allows us to focus on other aspects of our shared, intimate experience together. This is also a good opportunity to remain very present, mindful, and connected with each other, instead of getting completely lost in the passion of the moment, which will often happen during penetrative sex. And that mindful presence together can really increase the sense of connection and intimacy between the two of you. So next time you're feeling passionate and keen for some genital action, maybe consider that slower approach. Keep your underwear on and engage in a sensual session of grinding together. And if you'd like to learn more about when a woman is ready for penetration, make sure to watch this video next.